So today I am with another technical video, uh, continuing with the sessions on Python. Today I am going to cover file input output. So file IO or file handling is one of the most important aspects of any programming languages. So how a programming language handles the file input output is very vital to learn and to use. So let's get started. I would start with a simple example of writing to a file and reading from it. So let's just start. So I will just copy the code. Okay, so here's the syntax. We create a new file for writing. So we use the command. We have a variable f, and when we use open command, then we give the name of the file in double quotes. So the name of the file here is first writable demo.txt, and then we give the mode. So here the mode is write mode, which is signified by the alphabet W. Then in the next line, I give a command through which we can write to this file. Then I give a random text. Once that's done, we use the close command, which that's necessary for preventing memory leaks or to utilize the resources in a more effective way. Then once we have written to the file, we want to read the content. So in this example, the content is a simple single sentence text. However, sometimes the file could be a big one. There are sometimes log files that span thousands of lines, and but to read them, the syntax would remain the same. So we have f equal to open and the file name, then the mode. So the mode now changes from W to R. R is for read. Then we want to print the contents of the file, which we do using read command. So we type in print f.read, where f is the variable. You can use other variables also. Then we close uh, the stream. So uh, then so that's how we do it. Now let's run this snippet. So I would just select all of this and then execute. So as you can see, we get the output and we get the text. That's the first file write demo execution. So this is how we do the basic file writing and output. Now let's do something more. So we use another file handling. So here we use a X as the mode, so which creates the file. So we'll use this one. And we are using Google Colab to do this. Okay, so here we have an attribute text, and like if I make some changes, so we create the file, then we read the file. Suppose I want to create another file with a slightly modified content, and here we can use another variable. So it can become a file. So you can give the file name 6 maybe. Now let's execute this one. Okay, let's see what happens. Okay, the file was created, but I think we try to create it again. So we will just try to read it. Okay, so we have created the new demo file and done it's just number 6. And let me just see if we can use the append here. Okay, let's give it a try. I will remove this. So now let's see how the append works. Okay, so you can see we had an original content where we had created the new demo file number 6, and then we use the A option, which is for appending the content to the existing contents, and then we wrote this would be used from today onwards. So it just appends it. And suppose we want to use new line, so you can do it like this. You can use append many number of times. So this was the original. Now the third, the latest appended content comes on the next line. Here is the use of new line. So we use /n. We have other options also like /t and some other which we need to see. So now we have come to know about X mode, with which we create the new file, R for reading, W for writing, and A for appending. So let's cover next. Now we have another example for appending. So here we go. So we have a file match_report.txt, and where we have some content. Then we okay, I think we first need to create it. Okay, let's first create it. Okay, so we have a file which we create. Then we will try to append the content, write something, and then we read it. So let's try. We will clear the earlier output. Okay, so here we get the output where we are talking about the match report and with some critical comments. So we have written the mercury is touching 43C, which has been the case during the IPL these days. Ground temperature too goes up to 36 degrees Celsius plus. So then the author or whoever is commenting, is it a good idea to have matches during such high temperature? And we can go on. We can add content in other ways that we want and so on. Okay, so and just one more example. So we have another way of reading the files with open the using the with command. It works slightly differently. So let me show. Okay, so I think it takes the complete. Let's try this out. Okay, so we did not follow the indentation. Let's see, still showing error now. Is we need to give an extra indent. Now let's see. Okay, so it prints the complete content, but you can see it prints the new line character /n as well, and the content is the same. So this way we can use the with open command, and I think we can use it to write and append as well. So the syntax is slightly different. We have with open, the file name as and variable name colon. Then we can do other activities. So that pretty much covers the file input output, especially the basics of it. You can try examples on your own. You can try with smaller files, medium or big size files. The big size files, of course, could take time to load. And since we are using Google Colab, I tried to check, but I think if you have files in certain location, like some location within DEC drive, you can use IDE to try that out. On Google Colab, that does not seem to work. There could be some way, but I need to figure that out. As of now, you can follow the examples that I shared to write code about file input output handling, and there are many Python APIs where the file input output is used very heavily. So you could have multiple write, read, append statements and maybe a few other statements to use. So that's all for today. Have a nice day. Thank you.